Good evening, everyone. Sabor here. So today we are going to be talking about dowsing. Now, dowsing has got several different names that it goes by, but basically we're going to be just talking about the pendulum in regards to dowsing today. So if you want to go off and study more about dowsing or different dowsing tools, you're more than welcome to go do so. But this video is only going to be covering the pendulum because this is my favorite form of dowsing. I've tried the iron bars where they supposedly cross. I've tried using willow, a Y-shaped willow wand in order to find water. I didn't have much success with that. But the pendulum seems to be a little bit more my speed. So dowsing is utilizing human sensitivity to detect the energies, the subtle energies that are emitted by things both living and inert or dead. Okay. So yeah, that's basically what it is using the human to detect certain energies with a tool. Okay, so in our case, the tool will be the pendulum. Now, the way that I use a pendulum, and I'll show you the map here, is this way. So basically what happens is if I'm standing here and I've got the pendulum and it's very still and it moves forwards and backwards, so if it moves towards me and away from me in a directional pattern of forward and backward, then to me that is a yes answer. Okay, now if it's still and it's not moving or anything and it begins to swing in a left and right pattern when I'm holding it, then to me that is a no answer. Okay, now the other way that I read my map is if it doesn't move at all, then that is an unknown or an undetermined answer. This is specifically when asking questions, obviously. If the pendulum moves in a small circular clockwise motion, then to me that is possibly a maybe answer. If it begins to move in a large circular clockwise motion, then to me that is positive energy. If it begins to move in a counterclockwise large circular motion, then to me that is negative energy. Now, the way that you would get to know your pendulum, because different pendulums swing differently for different witches, or different witches interpret the pendulum differently. Choose the woo that suits you. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your pendulum after you bless it, anoint it, dedicate it to the act of divination, of dowsing. What you're going to do after you maybe sleep with it under your pillow for a week, or carry it in your pocket, or maybe in a sachet that you wear around your neck, you're going to hold it still, and you're going to ask it questions like, show me a yes answer. And you're going to wait for the pendulum to move a certain way. Whatever way that be, that will be the way that you interpret the pendulum to mean yes. You then go on to say, show me no, show me maybe, show me an unknown, show me positive energy, show me negative energy. And you record that in your book of shadows, and that becomes your map. So when you have those yes no kind of questions, you can use a pendulum in order to figure out what you should do or whatever else. So yeah, that's one way to use it. Another way that you can use them is actually as a spirit board, and I have seen these before. You can actually buy them or make them out of a cloth and like puff paint or something if you're creative. I'm not creative. You can also use a pendulum as a way to find lost people or objects using a map. So if, say, I lost my favorite earrings, I would draw a map of my home using a Sharpie, and I'm going to want to find lost objects. So for me, that color is going to be orange because I want to open a line of communication between me and that object. So I'm going to use orange because I want to find it. It's something that I want to attract to me, and to me that just screams the color orange. So using an orange Sharpie, I would outline my entire house, and using a pendulum I would hold it over the different areas of my home. and then the pendulum would begin to swing on the area where the lost object is indicated to be. So if my favorite earrings, I picked up my pendulum swinging in my bedroom, I'd go and search my bedroom. Specifically, I would search the windowsill because that's kind of where I'm notorious for leaving my earrings and then they get knocked onto the floor. I would search the windowsill and then I would search onto the floor by my bed and underneath where my bed is, because I have gauged ears, so I've got some good hunks of stones and stuff that go in my ear. So yeah, that's what I would do is use a pendulum in order to find an object. You can use it for people. I've never tried that before. Give it a shot. But yeah, that's going to be dowsing and the pendulum. You guys are more than welcome to look more into this subject. Of course, my series is just a beginner's introduction series on what you would do in regards to witchcraft and divination and stuff. So again, choose the woo that fits you. And that's it for tonight, guys. Senapte.